Assalamualaikum dear students. Today we will solve our next exercise, which is 1.2. But before the solution of the exercise, we need to know what quadratic formula is. So we will derive the quadratic formula first and then do the exercise, because the whole exercise needs quadratic formula to be applied. The quadratic formula is x is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. In the general form of quadratic equation, you have seen that ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So, a is the coefficient with x square, b is the coefficient with x, and c is the constant number. Any digit or alphabet written with x square, x, or in place of a constant term will be written here. So now we will derive the quadratic formula. First of all, we have to know the general form of the quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. To derive the quadratic formula, we will use this form and we will apply and solve the equation by completing the square method. I have explained the method to you before. So, this is the general form of the quadratic equation. I will explain all the procedure step by step. The first step is placing the variables to one side and constant to the other side of the equation. The variable here is ax square plus bx. These two terms are having variables with it, and the constant term is plus c. So taking plus c to the other side of the equation, it will become minus c, and 0 minus c is minus c. So the step 1 is solved and the equation has now become ax square plus bx equals to minus c. Coming to the second step, running coefficient must be 1. What is the running coefficient? Running coefficient is the coefficient with the first term, with the term having x square. So the running coefficient here is a. How to change that a to 1? Obviously, a is multiplying with x square, so we will divide a with the same term to get it cancelled with each other, and the answer will be 1. But if we divide a here, we have to divide a to all the other three terms as well. So now the solution is, we have divided a with all the three terms, and the answer is x square plus bx over a equals to minus c over a. Now you can see the running coefficient is 1. The variable x square is having no coefficient, which indicates that the coefficient is 1. This is the last equation from the previous slide. The third step is from working. As you all can remember that first of all, this again we have to apply the formula of perfect square now, but for the formula we need to have the b term. So step 3 is to multiply the term with the single power of x with 1 by 2x. Here the term with the single power of x is bx over a. So I will multiply it with 1 by 2x. So bx over a multiplied with 1 by 2x, x will get cancelled with x, so the numerator will be having b and the denominator will be having 2 and a, so I have written it collectively b over 2a. So this is our term for b. Fourth step, apply formula of perfect square. The formula of perfect square is, yes, a square plus 2ab plus b square equals to a plus b whole square. Now you all know that a square term is x square, 2ab term is bx over a, and b square term is b by 2a whole square. Obviously this is the term b, we have to put square for it. So writing it down, instead of a square we are going to write x whole square. Instead of 2ab we will write bx over a, and plus b square, we will place b over 2a in place of b, and the square will remain the same. Now you can see that we have added this plus b over 2a whole square to the left side of the equation, so we have to add it to the right side of the equation as well. So I have written on the right side b by 2a whole square, and minus c over a will remain the same. Left side will get closed to a plus b whole square. You can see that a is x and b is b by 2a, so bx plus b by 2a whole square is equals to, I have opened this bracket, so it will become b square over 2a whole square will be 4a square minus c over a. In the next step, we will do the solution and we will take the LCM of the right hand side. it would become b square minus 4a ac over 4a square. The fifth step is taking square root on both sides. This step is to cancel this square and to get the answer of x. We cannot have the answer of x if the square term remains there. So we have to cancel the square term, taking the square root on both sides. X, this square will get cancelled with the root and we will take square root of this side. The answer will be x plus b over 2a plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. As we were having 4a square in the denominator, so 4a square, root of 4a square is 2a, and we have to place plus minus sign whenever we take square root of any term. Now the sixth step is find the value of a variable. To find the value of a variable, we have to keep the variable, which is x, to one side of the equation, normally to the left side, and take all the other values to the right side of the equation. So keeping x here, we will take plus b over 2a to the other side. It will become minus b over 2a plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a will remain the same. Again, as there are two fractions having plus minus signs with them, we have to take the LCM of them. The denominators are same, so we will write it once. As the denominators are same, the numerator will also remain the same, so minus b will remain the same, plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. So this is the general form or the quadratic formula we have to derive. Final step, I will write that answer should be in the solution set form, but no need to write it in the derivation, but you may write the final answer in the solution set form. So I have written here so that you remember the seventh step as well.